So Josiah wanted to know who would win in this fight, the Pink Panther or Woody Woodpecker. I'm sorry this took a while, fam, but I've never seen the shows that these two came from. I've heard about them, but I never watched their shows growing up, so I had to do a lot of research. Even with all the research I did, I'm still very limited in the knowledge, so take that with a grain of salt if you will. So a fight between old cartoons is pretty hard because now you gotta factor in who got the crazier form of Toon Force. Because while I can say shit like Pink Panther is actually strong as shit surprisingly and stronger than Woody Woodpecker in general, and I could also say Woody can fly and is fast as shit. When both characters got Toon Force that can make up for damn near any stat difference, it's hard as fuck to tell who would win in a fight. So when it comes to winning a fight like this, you gotta give it to whoever's Toon Force is the most cracked, and in my opinion, it's definitely not Woody's. You see, most of the time when it comes to Woody Woodpecker, his Toon Force don't go too crazy. He will most definitely be able to pull some crazy shit out of his ass like devices like this or just dynamite, or be able to twist his body like this with no problems, but sometimes it can also fuck him up. Meanwhile, in the case of Pink Panther, nothing really stops this motherfucker from doing what he wants to do. Mans will literally warp the show around him. Like, this is just from him wanting a hot dog. He is able to pull a truck in full drive while he's trying to do it. Fam started shadow boxing and the shadow actually started boxing him. He came to the beach with not only an inflatable muscle suit, but he also came with inflatable weights on top of that. And you'd think them bitches would be light as he treats it like so, but then a real muscle man comes out of nowhere and tries to take the weight and it actually act like a real weight. Meaning when he was doing shit like this, that was actual weight on him. Speaking of inflatables though, he actually deflated a concrete built pool. Panther was in an experimental aircraft made for the military. That shit dropped him out the plane and he started to fly after it when he saw it was taking off without him. And he was actually keeping up with the motherfucker. There's few times where this motherfucker will have trouble, like the time he had beef with this termite. This shit was eating his crib up left and right, and he got so fed up, he tried to pull out the strap on this thing, and it pulled the Uno reverse and he had to dodge bullets. In the end, it ended up eating his whole fucking crib, and he still ended up making it help him rebuild his own crib. That was the older Pink Panther. The newer Pink Panther really don't give a fuck. Hell, the absolute worst thing he can have on him is a pencil, because he breaks all reality with that shit. One day he wanted to create a comic book so bad, he actually wheeled back in that chair and hopped into the book to create the comic. Drew everything from the inside out and even experienced it. Hell, he even gave himself powers and could create and destroy anything with that pencil. Like, in all realness, I really can't see Woody outdoing any of this. So in a fight like this, I gotta say the Pink Panther would cook the Woodpecker.